It's the third uh, lesson in communication and work, and this is part of our lesson. Now, this is to prepare you for what is the real after your studies, no? Having interviews that includes face-to-face, online, and in this topic, be discussing what are the things that we need to when having an in a certain situation where this is very important. This will be basis for whether uh, you will be accepted for a job. Uh, if you are already in a job, you can use these skills, no? And you are doing certain research work, review, uh, FGD, and such. Um, After the purposive communication, there will be a course like business communication, wherein you would be experiencing a real mock job interview for you to experience what is an interview like. Probably that would be in your third year or second year. I don't know the exact course, no, but that course you will be having an interview with a guest interviewers are already um, are working already field in your chosen year. So today, we learning what things that you know. This is somehow a glimpse now you will be doing on the next few weeks when you are learning. It's, and also when you will be graduating, there will be a mock job in so for and the interview for the graduating student. So this may come in handy as well when you would be invited to have an uh, admins at the school. Okay, so what is an interview? It is a real sense that was pre-planned and face-to-face meeting, but in today's time is already changed. Some of this face-to-face meeting were turned into an online meeting or Zoom meeting because of course the pandemic. So we were kind of changed a little bit in terms of the the meaning of the interview. But ideally, it is a face-to-face meeting because this is somehow a formal setup between people, exchanging and answering informations or sharing experience and tips. So basically, that is a whether it's a business interview, academic interview, friendly interview, uh, work related. So what is an interview now? It is now an oral conversation between or more people with a purpose through face-to-face meeting and online or by telephonic conversations or communication online. So this is already a trend uh, today's time. So there are types of interview that we need to familiarize. And on the basis of the nature of the meeting, interview can be classified in three. Is what I'm saying. Today's time we are using telephonic already and online interviews. But traditionally, we are using face-to-face. So even when applying for a job, before they're using face-to-face when the client or when the applicant is near the employers, no. But the moment when they are requiring you to have an online telephone, probably they are not very particular with the appearance, but you are only uh, invited to work in a um, in a setup wherein you can have it online. No? So that can be a telephone online. On the basis of numbers of interviewees, the interview can be classified in two. It can be an individual, personal, can be a what a panel. So usually to save time, some of the companies are using this group panel because there are a lot of applicants trying to apply to the company. But when there are a little of applicants are applying for a certain job, they're using to use individual. There are advantages when we are talking about personal because we can in the part of the HR or the part of the company, you can get the informations um, very very important information and intimate conversation with the person. However, in a group, it is somehow a pre-planned or structured interview wherein they can um, already have their pre-answers prepared and they will be in a interview. Now, in the basis of nature of an interview can be classified into two, can be a formal. Usually informal, these are the business meetings. These are the employment interviews and academic. The informal ones are in TV, radios, and televisions. So these are classified interviews. These are only for entertainment or only for uh, news events. Now um, there are bases also for the nature of the questions. It can be a structured and unstructured. This is what I'm saying. When we talk about of the time, when we are talking about panel interviews, they are using structure because there are a lot of interviewees and they cannot afford to lose time and to keep in track what their answers is. And then when we talk about structured, this is a thing that already planned in the company. There are formats already because they wanted to see the the common responses of interviews. And then when we talk about the basis of walk of life, the field, interviews can be classified in three. We have the educational, wherein you can apply for a scholarship, admission, school. Those are educational interviews, or even pursuing for a master's degree or even doctorate in further studies. Um, we have also business, where two people are only exchanging ideas in business terms and business meetings. No? And we also have the public, where people are invited to have audience, invited to uh, talk or arrange interviews. Educational and academic interview has the following varieties. We have students admission, we have faculty appointment, and we have students evaluation. So are the things that I mentioned a while ago. Can be a student's admission, it can be a faculty appointment, still a work, and also a student's evaluation is a behavior, a yeah, a behavior checking student together with their guardian or parent. And now let's go to the tips of conducting an effective formal interview. We are using the formal interview because this is the thing we are trying to incorporate to use students because in reality we are using when we apply for the job. So when we are conducting an effective formal interview, you have to get the ideas on patients. You have to search everything. You have get the details and know what is the qualifications that the company seeks, so that you have the idea and what you have the answers when you trying to answer the questions in your way. Create a very good report. This might come in handy when you are already your personal uh, character is you have the characteristic of interpersonal, but in intrapersonal, this is somehow a challenge for these people, no? Create a very but to combat that, you have to uh, primarily smile when you enter the room. If the interviewers are good in handshake, handshake. If they're formal, then have but you have to lighten the weight by simply smiling to the. Then do your homework for a few days. That includes researching the names of the admins of me, the nature of the job, and what are the possible answers to possible questions that are structural. It's commonly informal. These are structured questions to familiarize with so that your answers are already pre-planned, pre-answered. You're nervous when the interview comes. And keep a perfect and live eye contact throughout the interview because this will give you it also um, this will give you some of the future advantage when you are having an eye contact. That would mean you are very confident whatever you are saying in your answers, no? And also with together with a smile and eye contact, that will absolutely plus points to now let's have the tips for conducting an effective public interview. Ensure an appointment in advance. Usually, job interviews are in point or in schedule or scheduled certain job. So that means you have a certain time to prepare, you have a certain time to study, 2, 3 days, or even a week, given that time for you to prepare for the appointed. Fixing the interview spot and schedule in advance. This is for the interviewers, for the employers will conduct. They have to fix the interview spot, schedule it. But for your for you as interviewers, you can find a spot is very comfortable or sitting already because that give you so a chance of giving correct answers when you are very comfortable or sitting position, interview position. Going through the profile of the interviewees beforehand, this is also the in, since you are required to pass a resume and application letter, this is the one that be basing their questions into, and this will be um, their homework and when they will be to for in your end as interviewees, you have first check also the profile of HR if you have the ability to find out what is their the profile. That's good, but have any ideas or resources to know you can course, search for the structured questions so that you're ahead. Prepare a few questions based on the profile. Practice makes perfect. So practice answering the questions that are pre-structured and ensure the availability of the necessary tools. Tools are usually your the things that you need to bring, no? Things that are portable. That includes water, handkerchief, or tissue, towel. Those are available necessary things that you need to bring the interview. Also, the resume if needed and the application submit are up. Be prepared for it. And reaching out the spot for the correct time. That's the work for the employees or the employers. Keep extreme politeness that goes on the both of the parties. No, for the interview. So when suggest when you are ready and it's your time to someone, please exercise extreme politeness, even though you are in top one, because that's some the advantage when you are already ready in down position. Help. So, I think so it's a karma. It's a cycle. However, you practice extreme politeness, you cannot lose anything. Give respect to the privacy of the interviewees. Just ask questions that are not sensitive. Be mindful of where they're coming. Just be professional when you are trying to express. And for the interviewee, answer as much as possible uh, the things that they want. Follow up questions when it is needed. And then record the whole conversation. There are times that you need to record the whole conversation. Just ask for the permission of the office. Start asking questions because that go beyond their privacy. Ask before you record them so that they're very aware or you. And lastly, expressing gratitude at the end. Both parties must be expressed. Must be express gratitude. That's how it is. So I hope you learned something. So uh, just review all of this. Anyway, this is found in watch it for again. Happen in Sunday. Okay, thank you very much. Safe.